Welcome, everybody, to the 5-day clean eating challenge. I am your host, your coach for this challenge. It's Alta Lainez. And so today I'm going to go over the PDF quickly of what you received in your email. So you should have sent me an email already. And if you didn't, you still have time. So go ahead and send me that. And you're going to get this PDF. And so let's go over what, just a couple simple philosophies here. One sec. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to want to focus on when you are doing your clean eating is your simple shopping guide. So that means that when you go to eating clean doesn't have to be something that's torture. Yes, it's a change. It's something that you may or may not have been doing for some years. So if you don't have a background in clean eating, I am going to be here to answer questions, to help you, as well as for anything. Think about this, that anything that your body is craving with clean eating, you're going to want to find resources. And so think about alternatives. You want to get creative in this process. And so foods that come from the earth. When we're talking about getting creative, this is the reason why most people fail to sustain a clean eating lifestyle. So I'm going to want you to get resourceful and to think about your foods that you love to splurge on. I don't know why lasagna pops in my mind right now, but when we're talking about clean eating, it's about finding alternative ingredients, not meaning that you never have to eat these foods again, but that you can find alternative ingredients to making those dishes. And so when we splurge, if you start thinking this is a lifestyle, you start thinking about it as something that's being continued, something that you can sustain. And so I don't really like it when people say, oh, I'm cheating, your cheat meal for the week. It sounds like, unless you like that feeling, that sounds like nice and dirty. Other than that, no, I love the word splurge just because it's an extra way to go above and, to just enjoy life. So it's a lifestyle. Don't attach negative emotions to things. I love today's shirt, positive mind, positive body, positive life. And so keep yourself amused. You're going to want to keep changing your foods around every so often so you feel connected, you feel inspired to your food. Presentation, I have found, is extremely crucial with the new eating clean lifestyle. That means that you really start seeing something that's visually gratifying. When we are talking about buying healthy foods, you're going to want to keep a plan. Don't just go to the market without a plan. I'm going to show you the PDF that I sent you guys that has some sample meal plans. Really just get back to basics, eating single ingredient foods. So make a list, look in your fridge already, see what you do have already. And so be resourceful, make a list, see what you could supplement with, look at the recipes, see if there's any ingredients that you are just missing and that you could add. So the way that you actually save money is that when you have a specific focus for the week, when you have a specific plan for the week and you go to the market, you only stick to those items, because a lot of times if we go to the market hungry, or if we go to the market when we just forget our list or we have no plan, we get caught. There's advertisements, there's sometimes people handing out food samples, there's all kinds of things that our emotions and our hunger will lead us to. So that's not the intention. And that's where you end up spending more money buying things that are not part of your meal plans and or things in boxes that cost more. So rule of thumb is keep it simple. No more than 2 foods max in each of the food categories that you're buying for. So for example, if you're buying vegetables that week, let's say you're making salads. So then stick to spinach and get like some added cucumber and tomato, for color. So the next week you could do kale. The next week you could do zucchini, depending on whatever it is. I mean, for lunch, for dinner. So just get a couple variations. Don't go crazy. Sometimes what happens is we try to fulfill every recipe that we see, and we buy all of the ingredients only to use a little chunk of it. And then we think it's so expensive. And so, be resourceful with your time and your money, and get serious. Don't over purchase. So the food is not running away from the market. just a reminder. It's going to be there next time. So keep it simple. And ask yourself, basically, did it come from the earth? If something, oftentimes we get caught up on the calories or how much fat does it have, or, with clean eating, really, it's super simple. Like, look at the ingredients. That's it. Just start looking at the ingredients. And if it has more than 5 ingredients, put it down. You want to stick to single ingredient foods. So start learning to focus on the ingredients. And single ingredient foods mean like vegetables, fruits, like legumes, grains, and proteins. And so when you are having foods that are in the middle of the aisles in the market, that has shelf life on it. So shelf life, what that means is that it's been altered. It's been altered so that it will sustain life on the shelves. And what that means is that if it's been altered, it's no longer its an original state. And so your body, regardless of how society has changed, your body internalizes food in its most natural way. So we're trying to bring you back to your natural food processing. And think about it like caveman days, there was not drive-throughs, and just because times have changed doesn't mean your amino acids and your internalized, your processing mechanisms have changed. And so keep it basic. Doesn't mean that it doesn't have to be flavorful. Clean eating is super delicious. Use recipes that have fresh herbs, that have spices. There's a lot of really good spices that have low sodium, like Mrs. Dash, or even a brand called Flavor Gods. They're awesome. So let's talk about perception. Perception is really what you can't see. And so your perception needs to change in regards to clean eating. If you've already been super successful, I'm excited for you because you can contribute more and tell us what's been working for you, things that you like, how you transitioned, and, be that life. Speak life into other people, speak life into yourself, because you're doing amazing. And so congrats and kudos to you for being on this journey and, just continuing to layer your experience and layer your support in your own life. And so, but if in fact you have a perception of clean eating that it's not supportive of you and your goals, and it hasn't led you to success just yet, and you keep quitting, or you find yourself making excuses, then this is your time. This is your opportunity to start shifting your perception of yourself, of what you could achieve, and to really start thinking about this as, we have an addictive mindset meaning that we're addicted to certain patterns and routines of thought. And so if your thoughts haven't been contributing to your success already, then we need to shift the perspective. And so you can either have excuses or you can have results. And that's really what we're focusing on here. And so every single day, each one of us have the opportunity to either make an excuse or to see a result. And so that focus, what changes us is focusing on what you can build, your new habits. And so what you see is literally what you get. And that's the beautiful part about clean eating and eating healthy foods, is that there's no huge question mark in your mind wondering where it came from, what is that? This way you can train your mind to not only be focused on curiosity, because maybe you haven't experienced certain foods in this dynamic, or maybe you've been used to drive-thrus your whole life, or maybe you've only drank soda for years on end. Wherever your starting point is completely fine. We want to focus your perception on progress. What are you building upon? What new habit did you build this week that you really are proud of? And continue focusing on what you're proud of, how you're moving forward, which is, extremely important, because food can be your living source of energy. I love it. And your mind really thrives on clarity. Again, your brain function, the mechanisms in your mind, you function better when you're eating in a clean way, and your mind really does love to feast, not only your eyes, but your senses as well. That's how we interpret information. So make your food colorful, make it bright, eat your fruits earlier in the day before 4 p.m., eat the complex carbs early so you use the energy source, and, create a great presentation, because you really do matter. And if you're trying to bring people on the journey with you, like friends or family, that's going to make a difference if your presentation is so much better. So it's about training your mind to do and, think differently. So here are some secret kickstart tips for you. Staying consistent is the biggest key ever. It's taken me years on end to learn this lesson, and I'm constantly learning this lesson. Momentum is lost and gained in consistency. And so for massive results, you're going to want to stay consistent. That means showing up every day, doing your activities every day, treating yourself good every day, honoring yourself every day. So eat every 3 hours to keep your metabolism revving up. A lot of you sometimes only eat once a day. I was that person that I remember used to stand working for 10-hour days, and I would eat one meal at 9 p.m. and wonder why I was like 50 pounds overweight. I didn't get it. I couldn't fathom why I could consume 400 or 500 calories and still retain weight. And so lo and behold, that the more often you eat, you actually, see results. You get your body out of fight flight mechanisms. And so prepare your meals. That's your next tip. You want to prepare, cut everything, your vegetables, your fruits, put them in containers. Again, we learn visually. So if you open your fridge and your fruits in your containers, you're going to be much more probable to eat it. The same with your vegetables. You may be caught off in the middle of somewhere in your day. Carry almonds, vegetables in a little Ziploc or container with you. That's definitely going to help, as well as you can drink water before 30 minutes before your meals, 30 minutes after. Try to avoid drinking while you're eating so that way you don't cut your digestion process, and you can actually just let your intestines and your internalized organs do that. So your complex carbs, like I said, fruits, those are sugars. And so you want to keep those early in your day. And the reason why we eat every 3 hours, to keep your stabilized blood sugar so that you don't have irrational moods or cravings, and that you are more steady throughout your day. Water, extremely, it's huge. It's a huge process in your energy. I personally drink Shakeology for energy, for my superfoods, has 70 different vegetables, and it's dense nutrition. I love it. I replace one of my meals, and it's just my go-to for everything. When you're creating rituals in your life, you want to create rituals around your rituals. So for example, if you get 10 minutes of a workout before you shower every day, you're going to get it in, assuming you shower every day, right? So the same with, I remember at one point there was, we had a squat challenge. So our challenge was to drink a gallon of water a day, and that every single time we went to the bathroom, we were going to squat 10 squats. So you can imagine if you're going to the bathroom 10 times a day and you're drinking a gallon of water, that's 100 squats that you normally wouldn't have gotten. So that's a ritual. When you have a ritual around your ritual, it's so much easier. So my ritual would be, for example, put a timer on my phone that every single 3 hours that I eat, afterwards, I will wait 5 minutes and then I will drink 22 ounces of water. So create a ritual. Low sodium seasonings, Mrs. Dash, like I mentioned, Flavor Gods, those are really amazing. And you can use those, as well as keeping a healthy image of yourself and your habits, and to acknowledge your progress. I can't stress this enough, that it's all about mindset. If you're not envisioning where you're going and who you're building, you're going to get caught up on who you're not. You're going to get caught up on what you're not doing. And that really could defeat you, and it really could take you off track. And so I know it because, I've helped so many people create shifts in their lives, and I've created a shift in my life. And so I really want you to focus on, who are you becoming? Who are you building yourself up to? What are you proud of? What have you made progress with today? And what could you do different tomorrow? How could you be better tomorrow? So that will actually help you a lot there. Tracking is essential. I encourage people to track. I have an amazing program that is 21 days that helps you with that takes out all the guesswork. This program allows you to track and measure in container systems. You can track in container systems. You can track in apps with calories. You can track in so many different ways. Even just plain paper and pen. So there's a million different ways. Track your success so that you can build upon your progress. And eating the last 3 hours before bed is a no-no. So stop your eating before bed and we will create much more success. If you get hungry, drink some hot tea. Green tea is a great alternative there. And when you wake up in the morning, water with some lemon, that will definitely be awesome. And so I am a transformationalist specialist. I have really dedicated my life to understanding subconscious patterns of human behavior and using modification techniques, hypnotherapy, NLP. I've been doing life coaching and business coaching and fitness coaching for the last 8 years now. And so I'm extremely excited. I run a practice out of Los Angeles, California. I have several locations out here, and I run an online health and wellness coaching business here, and I help souls just like you make a change in your life and to also pay it forward. I help people turn around and start their own health and wellness, fitness coaching, supporting business and accountability. And I have found that it's been one of the biggest blessings in my own life to overcome my own sabotage cycles is to turn around and pass the torch, help people overcome as I overcome myself. And so that's been huge. I've been able to, change my life, drop like 50 pounds several times. Unfortunately, life events happen, and, I've overcome like 12 years of broken relationships. And really, what that happens is sometimes emotions get to us, which has led me to such a beautiful journey. I've founded this community that's growing by the day on Facebook. And so that's most likely where we have connected. It's my Love Yourself Madly community. And you can find it via my name, Alta Lainez. And, those beautiful souls, the women out there in the world who are just looking to uplift each other. That's what really keeps me writing and inspiring and teaching workshops and just becoming a better woman myself. So with that being said, I have not a shadow of a doubt that you can create change and success in your day. The meal plan is going to also be in the PDF. So click on that. The dinner recipes are linked. And this was just a mindset talk. And so I hope that I've been helpful here for you today. You can email me at any point in time. That's altafocus@gmail.com. And we can get you started on your longer journey. If you have so much of a if you have a longer journey, I know I had a longer journey. So I reached out to my coach and I told her I have like 50 pounds to lose and I need something that is a little bit more vision long-term. And so I'm here for you. I'm here for you just to kickstart you. If you need something that's free, really just important. If you want something that's just to create a new shift in your behaviors, like 21 days, 60 days, or if you're looking for something long-term, 90 days, or you really have so much more longer, a longer journey, we can definitely do that. Within 8 months, I remember my first 8 months, I had gone down from a size 16 all the way down to a size 2, which was phenomenal, amazing. And, God is just so good. And so I'm glad that you have been joining me today. Again, my name is Alta Lainez. I am your coach, hypnotherapist, and I coach with a business partnership through Beachbody as well. And so Beachbody has totally changed my life in every possible way. And I am more than delighted to share with you. So thank you, Soul Sisters, and thank you for joining. I can't wait to learn more about you and read more about you and interact with you. So have a beautiful, beautiful day. Goodbye.